Well, hey, for the first time in a very long time, I posted on my blog a story, a love that turned an ugly thing. Um, Go check it out. I won't rehash it here, but it's the kind of the long, the short version is um, really I spent most of my life wrestling with the idea of being called a pastor because I grew up in a church revitalizers home, um, which pretty much means that I grew up in unhealthy churches all across the United States. Mom and dad would come in and would find themselves cleaning up a lot of bad situations and getting a good foundation there again, and then moving on to the next project. But I'd experienced what I called the ugly side of pastoral ministry without ever catching something that was pretty um, essential, pretty intrinsic to the calling itself. Um, and the kind of the part I just wanted, you could read the article, go to my website, put the link down below. But um, it's this just wouldn't fit in there well, but it's such a humbling thing, and it's such a beautiful thing to realize that um, if you allow it to, God uses our ministry in the world, that act of giving to others in Jesus' name. He uses that act of giving to sanctify us, to purify our intentions, to clarify things that are going on in here, things that we would not have the opportunity to encounter otherwise. We encounter when we're stepping out and doing something because we're following him, and he uses that following of him to teach us along the way. It's such really it, and I always had this idea too that ministry was doing something and that you were a doer. Um, but I find more and more the older that I get, that that everything that I do is a working out of a very personal relationship with Jesus, and it makes me a little bit more vulnerable maybe. I can't have my shield up all the time because that just doesn't work. But it really is I am the most grateful for that aspect. Um, yeah, I just am. And I guess so. I don't know, wanted to share that. This thing, planting the church, though it is very much mission and vision, it's also very much personal, very much a personal working out of our walk with Christ. And I think it should be that way.